and 11. So stick around for that. And Congressman Brian Bilbray is joining us now with his thoughts on the Arizona law and also a reaction to the White House meeting with the Mexican president. Congressman, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Yes.
All right, so the big meeting with Calderon, and, you know, I guess the president's being criticized for coming out against the Arizona immigration law. Obviously, Calderon is against the immigration law. What's your take on this?
Well, first of all, I just came back from Mexico last month. I was stopped 6 times between here and Ensenada. I don't feel that, you know, Calderon is being punitive by stopping and checking and doing those type of things. He's
6 times.
6 times. If you go down there, you'll run into him, and they need to do that kind of things. But you know, look, Calderon and Mr. Obama should read the law. I think the administration's already admitted that the top guys complained and attacked this law.
That's embarrassing, and they didn't even read it.
In fact, if you remember, I was here and I said, obviously they haven't read the law because what they're saying about it isn't the law. In fact, if Calderon really is upset, why hasn't he got upset before? We have 63 agencies, cities and counties, that have been doing this one way or the other in the last few years. Nobody raised hell about that. But they did complain about Arizona 2 years ago doing E-Verify, the same people that complain about the fence, the same people that said, oh, the fences will never work in San Diego. Remember them attacking Duncan Hunter and all that. So every time you try to do something about this problem, you get this kind of attack.
Why is it blown up in Arizona this way? Why? Since there are so many other laws on the books, has there just been a misunderstanding about what's going on?
I think there is such a heightened sensitivity because the amnesty issue hasn't moved. So many people felt that once the politics changed in Washington, that finally amnesty would be pushed through there and there would be this. All at once, they've run headlong into public opinion. And that has changed. And speaking of public opinion, who would ever believe, with all the propaganda going against Arizona and the misrepresentation, that the polling shows in the United States overwhelmingly support this? Now, we talk about Arizona, but if you do the national polls, and I think that really tells the people that are trying to push amnesty that, look, you want to do something about that, let's use E-Verify. Arizona 2 years ago did this. Everybody said it was going to be the end of the world. It wasn't. Why don't we have a national program that implements that every employer checks and goes through and make sure that the Social Security number and name matches? That's the source of
That's your focus. Basically, go after the employers.
Employer is where you go after.
Right.
Then you don't have to. The problem isn't at the border. It isn't the fence. It isn't the officers checking. The problem is the employers who are exploiting the workers.
All right, Congressman Brian Bilbray.
Good to see you in person.
Well, it's nice to be here for a while.
Enjoy your weekend.
Okay.
See you later. All right. It's Joe time.
And it's weather time, and the weather, not so good.
No, unfortunately for the weekend, but we'll figure it out. We'll have a good weekend anyways.
If this was December, I'd say the weather would be frightful, but it's not.
It's May, man.
If it was a normal May, I'd say delightful, but it's not that either. It's somewhere in between the two. Winter weather-like is what we're going to have. It's interesting because we've got the storm headed this way. Windy, colder weather with highs only in the 50s and 60s for the upcoming weekend. For tomorrow, Sunday, and even into Monday, 15 to 25-mile-an-hour winds, and even the possibilities of drizzle. It's this dive in the jet stream heading south and storms forming along it that are going to swing into California. We're expecting snow throughout the mountains of Northern California. Central California will get snow. I haven't checked on Mammoth as to whether or not they're still open. I imagine they are. They're going to get probably a foot of snow. All right, in the meantime, eastern half of the country just dealing with a few thunderstorms and some severe weather going on down there. But for us, again, 60 degrees as you head out the door right now, 60 at Camp Pendleton. And clouds will be around for a few hours this morning. Then we're going to get some sunshine, and then it'll be back to cloudy by nighttime.